Coming up next, I see a little bit of Max and Sebastian.
Yeah, Max Reed versus Sebastian Orozco.
Love that name.
Yeah, it's a cool name.
Love that name. Again, also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we remember Steve Fossil, founder of IKF.
In the red corner, bring me.
Created the IKF back in 1992. Still going strong here, some 30 years later. And the legacy will live on. And this is a part of that legacy. The East Coast Classic in its 15th year. So, Max Reed coming out to the ring here.
Being cornered by Jerome Robinson of Team Robinson MMA.
And Robinson MMA has their event coming up in Bishopville. I believe that's going to be on December the 10th of December. That young lady who is cornering, she is looking for a fighter to compete against her. And of course, you know, the ladies always have a challenge getting competitors to face off with.
It's tough. He talked about, you know, his one of his fighters there, Sam, looking for a matchup.
Yeah.
It's tough. We also deal with that. We have a young lady, and there's not a ton of competition. And also, there's not a ton of weight classes.
Yeah.
You know, you got a little bit of competition at that 125, 135 area. But for the female fighter, the women fighters who are packing some more muscle, it's hard to find someone willing to get in there. Because now we're starting to get into knockout territory.
Yeah.
People with the power to knock you out.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of soccer moms out there that are willing to get in there.
and that is part of what the challenge is also, is many of the women competitors got so much else going on in life. They don't have the time to dedicate to properly train and condition to be able to stay fit and ready for competition. Because when they get in there, they want to win.
I don't know. I think it's because they're more intelligent than us. So if I say, hey, we got a young lady here and she wants to fight, and she looks as mean and tough as some of these young ladies do, other intelligent women say, no, I don't think I want to do that. But you can just put one of these guys, say, hey, you can go out on the street and say, hey, one of y'all want to fight these guys? And some dumb guy will be like, yeah, I want to do that.
Let's go.
Yes, I can do that. We got Max Reed and Sebastian Orozco. Orozco in the yellow trunks with blue gloves. Reed in the red trunks with red gloves.
Big right.
Big right, and then a jab.
Woo!
Hard kick. And it teeped him down and complaining about some extracurricular activity.
Well, he can just complain because the action is going on.
And a jumping punch from Orozco. Orozco's coming up off his feet a lot.
Yeah, and that's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, especially in your unfamiliar. And it might be stuff that he does in his gym all the time, you know? But on this is a different surface. Different features, different grip. Reed's had an answer for Orozco every time Orozco's come in. He's got a good height advantage, and Orozco's going to have to overcome that, either through technique or through will. Not the most beautiful overhand right, but an overhand right that landed, and he eats a punch while swinging wildly.
Might have gassed himself out a little bit, too.
Yeah. Anytime a guy is swinging with his arms straight, he's burning energy. That's not an efficient way to generate power.
Now talk about, you know, folks are, you know, for those of us who aren't in this fight business competitively.
Oh, my God, Derek. Look what he's doing to this guy. Your question, Derek. I'm sorry. That was a contorted position these guys were in.
When you talk about a guy getting gassed out, how does someone who, quote unquote,
dropped him with the right hand.
Hello.
And he caught him. He had 1 foot off the ground. He was leaning back. You know, there's no way you can defend that.
And again, when you're leaving your feet.
Yep. You turn any hard punch into a knockdown.
That's right, because you're adding force into it.
Yeah. And removing resistance. The thing that keeps you off the ground is your feet.
And that's the end of that one. Round number 1. Let's go back and take a look and see if we can see what happened there in that corner.
He's going to come up off of his feet.
Yep.
And this right here sits him down. Yeah, that was
and he had his right foot up off of the ground.
That was a legit knockdown too. He might not have stayed. Even if he had his feet down, that was a legit knockdown. That cracked the chin and snapped his head. So all that jumping's taking energy away from him. All that swinging while he's taking energy away from him, and that knockdown certainly sapped a lot of energy. Those knees.
First, that knee to the chest.
Yes, that's. I don't think you have to be an expert to know that getting knee to the chest.
Oh,
yikes. You don't have to be a fight expert to know that getting kneed in the chest probably makes it hard for you to catch your breath.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go to school for that one, for that expert analysis there.
Round number 2 with expert analysis from Icy Mike. Don't get thawed.
Now Reed looks a lot more confident. Big kicks. Yeah. Orozco's swinging so wildly that Reed has plenty of time to see where those are coming from. Dumps him, and then Orozco hangs on.
Yeah.
And Reed complains, hey, you messed up my sweep. It would have been pretty, but you hung on to me.
You had to hold on to me.
And Orozco's thinking, dude, I'm
doing whatever I can.
Yeah.
Big right.
Ooh, big boxing right from Reed, rights and lefts. Right sneaking around the guard. Oh, that right from Orozco might have caught Reed behind the ear, which is not a fun place to get hit. And then he tries to run in for
runs in there.
Well, he's trying to run in for a bit of a sweep, but with no traction. And it can look like a leg kick beginning. It's not a bad technique, but if you don't have your footing, you're not very balanced, it's not going to work. Ooh, hard knee right up the middle, right into that bladder area, right above the belt line, 2 of them. And then Sebastian's swinging that wild right. Oh!
He just
folded him a little bit with it. I don't know whether that Superman punch, he wants to make that work.
He's been practicing on that one all during training camp.
Did he tell you that?
No.
Oh,
not just
okay.
He seems very committed to it.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, he might feel like, Reed, pretty technically sound, also has the reach advantage, is also up around. He might feel like he needs needs something big. Uppercut, left hook. Sharp boxing from Reed, pushes into the right knee to the body. And he's just all over Orozco. Dale's starting to move a little closer, and then when that head tilts down, hard right to the body. Big knee to the body. Those knees stung. You see him reaching for those knees to block with his hands. That's how you know they're hurting.
And round number 2, I believe there.
When you see the referee's head tilt a little bit and they move a little closer, you need to start defending yourself a little better. Let me reach
flurry.
But Reed conceded a lot more of those overhand rights than he should have.
Yeah.
He kind of left himself in range, and maybe he's not giving Orozco enough respect right now. But Orozco is still a grown man with 2 hands, and that's actually the only requirements to win a fight. Left hook. And this is the flurry there. That started with an uppercut, and he put multiple left hooks right on target, and then walked into this big right knee to the body. See it fold him up. Oh, that's right where it hit. And there was a left knee, I believe, immediately after this one. Yeah, Orozco's going to have to tighten up. He's going to have to tighten up. He's going to have to make something happen.
3rd and final round. Dale Sunshine Fry is the official on this one.
Now Reed slipping. Oh, big hard thud of that left hook, and then some knees from Orozco. Ooh, spinning back fist, a little close. It could have been an elbow.
And he got admonished by Dale Sunshine Fry. It might have been too close for comfort.
Yeah, well, he hit with his elbow, and also straight arm like that. You can break your own arm throwing it that close with a straight arm, just like he just did there. See how he hit his body right above his own elbow?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but elbows are not allowed. There's no pads here.
No, he's looking for a spinning back fist. He's looking for a Hail Mary spinning back fist, but Reed is pushing forward, and Orozco's not managing the range correctly. But when you land him with your arm straight and hit anywhere on their body with your elbow, your elbow's not supposed to bend that way. I don't know if you've never noticed about your elbow, but it only bends the one way.
It only bends one?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Once again, expert analysis from IC Mike.
I had to get a certification to know that.
I got you. Elbow folded.
See, swing, big load up. And he tries to pull guard.
And the foot caught him on the way down, too.
And when you're as tired as these guys get at the end of this fight, see, so those two punches, that left hook downstairs and the right hook upstairs, with beautiful punches, and there's a spinning back fist.
Now Sunshine Fry is going to admonish him again because it's getting close. It's getting close to elbow.
Yeah, I think that range. I'm not going to say it because Dale's over here. I think that one was okay. That one was all right. His hand was up, but if his hand had been down, it would have been the fist. Don't tell Dale. Okay. The other ones, it wasn't. There it is. Ooh. Orozco's punch is looking a little bit better. And now he's got Reed backpedaling, and he lands a leg kick of his own, and Reed ties Orozco up because one of those punches might have hurt.
Yeah.
And here we see him
trying to slow it down.
He see him breaking that posture over, and Orozco doing nothing to address that posture break.
Third and final round. The winner here will move on to fight in fight number 20.
Once you turn your man's head like that, it's really hard for him to be able to build his posture back up. Big hard right from Reed. And a swing and a miss from Orozco. And then a right hook ends.
Another good matchup there. That third round was interesting.
It was way more competitive. And
yeah.
If you recall, when you and I were on the booth in Florence, there was a story of the night. And it was one guy wins round 1, one guy wins round 3, and round 2 is always even.
Yeah.
You notice there's a little theme developing here where guy who's down pretty bad, third round comports himself much more nicely. I wonder if that'll continue through the night.
We'll see. See if we can go back and take a look at this.
Reed shaking his head. I don't know what for exactly. I don't know what he expected to happen.
Maybe he is not convinced that he did enough to win. Or frustrated that he wasn't able to put him away.
Yeah. And who knows what Jerome said. Jerome's not exactly the...
Oh, look at that right.
Yeah. Jerome's not exactly the sweetest of hearts on the surface. Inside he is. Inside he's the nicest guy ever. But who knows what Jerome said when he went over there.
Let's get unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Max Reed.
Max Reed advances.
Later in fight number 20.